What's up, homies? Time to do something I've never done before. I'm trying to think of ways to spice the channel up. You know, I'm always acting like I'm going to stick to stuff like the word of the day, song. Well, I do song record there. I don't see that ever ending because I have unlimited music to share, and that's my passion. You know, I've done the Boeing planes. I've done all kinds of stuff. Mind-blowing facts, but we kind of just fall away with that stuff. Something I'm going to try to do, it'd be pretty easy, is a picture of the day. Yeah, we got a picture here. It's JFK, my favorite president, John Fitzgerald Kennedy. That's him in his, I think he's in a boat here. He was, of course, he fought in World War II and was a legit war hero. You know, people throw that word around. But he was one in every sense of the word. And we're going to find out, it's like he looked younger as president. He looked stressed out, like gaunt, when he was in war. I imagine why, but he looked younger as president. It's funny. Anyways, we're going to find out what made JFK a war hero, because it's a crazy story. I remember reading it for the first time, like, he really did that? Like, that wasn't a myth just to boost his image? Nope. John F. Kennedy earned recognition as a war hero during World War II for his actions as commander of the PT-109 in the Pacific Theater. Here's a breakdown of the incident and his heroic actions. Sinking of the PT-109, on August 2nd, 1943, Kennedy's boat, okay, so he was in a boat in that photograph. The PT-109 was rammed and sunk by a Japanese destroyer in the Solomon Islands. 2 of the crew were killed in the collision. Rescue efforts. Despite his own injuries from the collision, Kennedy took charge of the remaining survivors. He swam to gather his scattered crew and led them to a nearby island, towing a badly burned crew member, Patrick McMahon, a fellow Irishman, by clenching the strap of his life jacket in his teeth. And Kennedy suffered back injuries, severe back injuries from this that he never recovered from. Like, he had to take an insane amount of, like, we don't talk about this, you know, because nobody wants to see how sausage is made. You just want to see Kennedy as who he was. He had to take an insane amount of drugs every day just to function because of the back pain. And because he was a war hero. He saved men's lives by swimming them to safety with the strap of his life jacket in his teeth. Like I said, like, he legit did that. And it's like, man, he's my favorite president because of what he tried to fight for. And you can see the love that JFK had while he was alive. You know, the day he got shot in Dallas, where did he get shot? Let's just say in Texas. I can't remember the city right now. It doesn't even matter. I guess Dallas. The Dallas School Book Depository is where they say Oswald shot him from. I guess it was Dallas. Anyways, yeah, I know he got shot on Elm Street, but I don't know what city it is. Anyways, he got shot, and the crowds. I'd never seen crowds like that. You see white people, black people, women, men, kids. Everybody wanted to get a good look at Kennedy because everybody loved him. He was the most loved president I've ever seen. And of course you had to take him away from us because I don't know why they feared him so much. But LBJ was even more radical than JFK, which is the funny part. Anyways, survival and leadership. For several days, the crew survived on the island with little food and water. Kennedy continued to demonstrate leadership, attempting to signal passing U.S. Navy ships, and eventually making contact with native islanders who helped deliver a message to the Allies. Man, that's crazy. Like, this guy could have died, would have never been our president. Man, I'm so thankful he survived, but it's tragic what happened. But you got to look at the big picture. Like I said, LBJ passed the Civil Rights Voting Rights Act. Honestly, I don't think Kennedy could have done that. I don't think he had the arm-twisting ways or the fight that LBJ had in him to pass his legislation. And Kennedy was kind of young and naive, too. Survival and leadership. For several days, the crew survived on the island. Oh, I read that. Sorry. Coconut message. Oh, I remember this. Famously, Kennedy carved a message onto a coconut husk with crucial information about the crew's survival and location and entrusted it to the islanders to deliver to a nearby PT base. How you like that? Man, he was so smart. Rescue. 6 days after the sinking, the survivors were finally rescued by a Navy patrol boat. Recognition for his patriotism. For his courage and leadership during the incident, Kennedy was awarded the Navy and Marine Corps Medal, the highest non-combat decoration awarded for heroism. He was also rewarded the Purple Heart for the back injury sustained in the collision. The experience garnered a significant public attention and played a role in his later political career. God bless John Fitzgerald Kennedy, my favorite president, will always be my favorite president. And I just don't understand why they feared him so much. There's Joseph P. Jr. I think he did. He died in war, right? He died flying his plane. Yeah, killed in action. All right, guys. R.I.P. to Patrick. Yeah, you call him Patrick, I guess. R.I.P. to Joseph P. Kennedy Jr. and John F. Kennedy. A lot of tragedy in that family. R.I.P. to Rose. R.I.P. to everybody. Shit, RFK Jr., man. A lot of tragedy. John F. Kennedy Jr. All right, guys. That's it. See ya.